I believe Christians can watch and even produce horror films within the confines of what is pure, good, and lovely. If the message of the film or show is not praiseworthy, it isn't worth entertaining. Nevertheless, many people do entertain films that are rather disgusting. That is not to say that gore is useless. I believe gore can be used to emphasize points the film is trying to make, used sparingly and not to the point of disgust. However, tolerance can differ from each person. One of the reasons we can understand how this came to be is to inspect the underpinnings of the genre, which, like many things, are deeply rooted in history. During the beginning of the horror explosion in the 30s, movies like Frankenstein and Dracula became well-known classics. These films introduced iconic monsters and established horror tropes that would become staples of the genre. In the 1970s, around the sexual revolution, there was another surge in the horror genre, with slasher films taking the lead. Movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th often reflected the state of the culture, being heavily inspired by whatever the current social struggles were. The horror genre is genuinely capable of exploring cultural issues, fears, and complex topics. For example, in the first episode of the Walking Dead series, Rick Grimes encounters a zombified girl, and he must make the decision on whether or not to shoot her to protect himself. This is a predicament, but a worthwhile one to discuss. What lengths can a human take to protect his own life?